Southern California. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. With a play fake to Jacobs. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Second and 5.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now this time, Carl throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Again, Herbert rolling to his right. Touchdown! Phillip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On play action, now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Raiders. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, he'll buy some time right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On first down, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Carr. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 7. Carr now to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. With Lindsey out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Mecole Hardman. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Raiders.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. High throw, but he makes the catch. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing now is Carr. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, Herbert escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mecole Hardman, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Carr. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run by Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Going back to Allen. He's got him again.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the air again. Herbert steps away. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Carr now on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr forced out to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
We dominate today. Chargers 42, Raiders 31.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flushed out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Play action. It's Herbert. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. 7 yards the pickup there.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. That's caught left side by Hardman.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem. Gets it to the 30. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat.
Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent game.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Carr again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
To throw. Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Carr to throw.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert now to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Carr. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they finish up the regular season with a mark of 12-5. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.